gosh. Right, hi guys, in today's video I will show you guys how to make kimchi stew with pork. Kimchi stew, this is honestly one of the really simple, easy recipes as long as you have kimchi, but I know that many people don't come from a home where they have kimchi every day. So this is like another option you can get. If you go to like an Asian market, they usually sell it like this. And this one, there's actually a smaller one than this, but this one is the second to the smallest. And there are bigger ones, but the thing about it is they're pretty expensive. This jar was about $6, but right now I don't have any kimchi at home. My mom and I are planning to make some soon, so yeah, hopefully we have more kimchi later. But this is what I had to get today, and I was really craving kimchi stew because yesterday I ate fried chicken, and you know, it's greasy and sometimes you just crave something spicy and like refreshing. So I decided to go with kimchi stew today with some pork, and yeah, let's get started. In a heated pan, so I'm going to add some pork. Like, they will stick to the pan, but that's really okay. Just add all of it. If you want, you put a little bit of olive oil. So today I'm using rice wine, but honestly you could use white wine or even sake. Just season it with some salt, just a little bit, and some black pepper. Okay, so they're kind of like half cooked, so I'm going to add kimchi. You could cut them in smaller pieces if you want, but personally I don't care. I actually like them a little bit bigger. I know there is a ratio to how much kimchi to put in to how much pork to put in, but in the end it's, you know, it's how much you want, so. I could add a little bit more. And the awesome thing about kimchi stew is you don't have to finish on one sitting, and if you eat it day after, actually it tastes better because there's more flavors in the stew. I'm actually going to add a little bit of pepper flake or fine red pepper powder. Just a little bit with a nice color. And I think when it comes to kimchi stew, there's really no right or wrong way to cook it. Because some people actually stir fry the kimchi first and then add the pork. Or some people actually boil the pork and then add the rest. But this is how I learned it, or that's how I saw my mom do it ever since I was little. She would stir fry the pork first. You could add some soy sauce if you want to. Or salt, whatever works for you. Okay. I I think I could add some water now. Again, I don't want to put too much water in. If it's too salty or if it feels too concentrated, I'll add more water later. But I think this is good. I'll start off like that. On high heat. Cover it up. And when the soup is almost done, I think that's when the soup is almost done, then I will add the tofu. Oh, one thing I actually forgot to put in. Could put in some kimchi juice. Okay, so I think this is pretty much done. So I'm going to add. Okay. I'm just going to not add this. I'm just going to add the tofu. Okay, and then I'm gonna let it boil a little longer, and I should be done. Whew. Okay, so I have some of my rice here, and this is calamari, or I guess this is kind of like a Korean version of egg roll, I guess. But this is literally just some beaten egg with seasoning, and I just rolled it up into this rectangular looking thing. People usually cut it up, but I was too lazy to do that. I didn't put anything in here today because I want to keep it simple, but people usually add like green onion, sometimes ham, bacon, sausage, some vegetables, so you can go really crazy with it and make it really, really big. And so let's eat. Oh my gosh. So like for people who never tasted this before, I don't know how you will feel by looking at this, but I think it's usually more of a temptation if you know how it's going to taste. Because I think if I see someone eating that I've never tried before, I would think like, oh, that was pretty good. Like I wonder how it tastes like. But if they eat something that I already know how it'll taste like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need that right now. It tastes, oh my god, it looks so good. So that's more of a torture for me. So okay, let's taste this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's like exactly what I needed after all that greasy food all week. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. I'm gonna try with some pork. Oh my god, look at this pork. Oh my gosh, yum. Oh my gosh, this is so good. It's kimchi. And I don't think I mentioned this before, but it's recommended to use kimchi that's been fermented for a long time over fresh kimchi because, you know, they give out more flavor. Oh my god, I'm about to cry, it's so hot. Oh my god, that is so good. This is so delicious. I purposely put a lot of pork in here because I love kimchi pork. Whenever I eat kimchi stew with my parents or like my family, when my sister was still home, I was so anxious of that. I was so anxious about this pork being gone before I could enjoy all of it. I guess I'm greedy. What can I say? I don't know. Back then we just didn't. I don't know if it was because we couldn't afford that much pork, or my mom just didn't want to add that much. But me and my sister would always fight. Even with my dad, the three of us would always fight. Who gets more pork, whatever. But my mom's the one who says like it's okay. I don't want any. You guys can have it all. But you know. Me and my sister and my dad used to fight so much. It was really funny. Actually, when I was in college and I used to live with my sister, my parents came down to see us a lot. And I usually, I would cook at least one meal for them. And my mom and my dad really enjoyed my kimchi stew and my soybean paste stew. And I think I cooked those a lot more and I got better at it because I really enjoyed them, and I think because I knew exactly how I wanted them to taste, that it I guess eventually tasted really good for everyone, I guess. Like the foundation or like the base of the soup is important, but I think adding a lot of meat or like clam or seafood is as important, and especially if you're feeding more than one person. Cause people that I know, they usually, like even my boyfriend, like whenever we get like the Korean army stew, he goes for spam, ham. We don't even eat like kimchi or anything like that. We only go for the meat. So let's talk about K-pop. Currently, no, it's been a couple years that I don't listen to K-pop or watch Korean dramas. So, okay, so years ago when I was in junior high school, I was obsessed with K-pop. I love K-pop, I love Korean dramas, and I loved everything about it. Especially like in Korean dramas, I always fell in love with the main guy. And I used to I fell in love. Like I was so obsessed, and I always try to look for a guy who has similar characteristics and who looks similar, who talks similar, and it was kind of pathetic. It was kind of sad that I did that. Now I think about it, it is, but back then it was so normal. Every girl did it, and I think it's just I lived in a dream. Like it was not realistic, and even for because those I feel like those characters in the drama, they were put together. They don't exist. And I fell in love with them, and I dreamed about it. I had fantasies about it. We came to the point where I didn't see the real world, and I don't know. I just kind of very repellent back then. Like I didn't want to talk to anyone because I just want to live in my own little world, dreaming about this K-pop Korean drama dude that would never ever happen, that I would never ever meet. So, and even with like the K-pop singers, I'm not sure if anyone would know, but I used to be obsessed with this group called Shinhwa. It was a boy band, a group of 6, right? And I used to be obsessed. Oh my god, I loved every song. I bought every album, whatever like TV shows or drama, whatever they're in, I watched all of it. I used to be so obsessed. Constantly, I would listen to their music. I would learn their dance moves, their dance songs, and I would consistently play their music videos. I was obsessed. But it's really funny because I think honestly, it's not that I want to move on from like being a fangirl or being obsessed with his boy band. I just eventually moved on. I think it's because I just lost interest because I found different priorities in my life where I had different interests in my life, for example food, that I just I just I don't know, I just never found myself watching Korean dramas again or not really listening to Korean music. I listen to it once in a while. Like if there's like a really like trendy song that everyone's listening to, as if it's on radio, I will listen to it. But do I like take my time to download music and look for music? No. First of all, I'm too lazy, and honestly these days I don't really like the songs that I don't really like the songs. I feel like I'm kind of old school in the sense with Korean music. I don't know if anyone would know, but I used to love Shinhwa, SES, Pinkle, who was it? Jewelry, G.O.D. Oh my god, Chester Kiss. Oh my god, I like that's like my. I know I'm not that old, but that's my. That's how I was introduced to Korean music. The way I fell in love with K-pop is so different now that I don't know, I just don't lose interest. And I know like I'm not keeping up with the trendy things, I'm not keeping up with the new things, but it's okay. I don't need to be in the trend. Like I don't care, because it's just if I really want to listen to Korean music, I will listen to those old songs. And sometimes like there are good songs. I'm not saying that there isn't. And believe me, I'm not the best critic out there. In my definition of good music would be like really like crappy music. So I'm not saying that I have a good taste in music, but it's just my preference is not what is out there right now. When I was obsessed with those kind of things, it wasn't even just Korean drama or Korean music. I used to be obsessed with anime. Like, I know this sounds really creepy and really weird, but I used to love Dragon Ball Z. And you know the main character Goku? I was upset. I don't know why I wanted to marry him. I really thought someone like him would exist, and I really I prayed that I would meet a guy like this and I would marry him, which is really, really ridiculous because first of all, this like thing, it doesn't really exist. Like finding this Dragon Ball and the powers they have, and they go to different planets, like it doesn't exist. Right? And me thinking that someone like him would exist at all was kind of crazy. But I used to even like buy posters of Dragon Ball Z and I would draw it out. Oh my gosh, I was so obsessed. Like those Korean dramas have really weird influences on me because whenever I'm watching a drama, I have this girl, like the main girl, I don't know, if I really like her, if I really like the drama, I will start to act like her. I will try to look like her. I will change my makeup to look like her, my hair, my style, the way I talk, you know, what I think. And I would try to like kind of sync with this girl. You know, there were like a couple characters that I was really into. I started to act like them, talk like them. But whenever I hear someone say like, hey, you kind of look like this girl, have you seen this drama? You kind of look like her. I'm like, who? Oh no, I don't watch dramas, you know, now. Because I don't want to think that like I'm copying that girl, but That really fed my heart. I loved it whenever people told me, you kind of look like this girl. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not, okay. Oh, that was so good. Oh my gosh, I am full. Easy recipe, which means I have less to clean up. And I think tomorrow I will do another first impression video, so stay tuned. I really hope everyone enjoyed this video. This kimchi stew was definitely on point for today after eating all that greasy food. So hopefully you guys can try it out, and there are greater, amazing, better recipes on YouTube or Pinterest even, to get more precise measurements, because I just kind of like eyeball everything. So yeah, I think that's what Korean cooking is all about. But I really hope you guys like this video. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying my frequent uploading. And if you don't like pork, you don't even have to add pork. You could add more vegetables. You could add sausages. You could add bacon. You could add spam. So just go crazy with that, I guess. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed me talking about my obsessive life in high school with all these Korean guys and Korean dramas and Korean singers, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos, and connect with me on other social media things that I will link down below, or I will write in the description box. And I will most likely see you guys tomorrow. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye! I am so full right now, I can't even talk.